Hi everyone, this is Ruth, and this is the first of 11 recipes coming to you in a series for this year. And I want to give you a little disclaimer about these recipes, okay? First of all, if you are watching on YouTube, you can get a printable version of the recipes down below, the link over above the comment section. If you're watching on the blog, scroll down all the way to the bottom and you'll find a printable version of these two recipes that you're about to see. Also, one thing about all the recipes that we're going to give you over this year is that we really want to encourage you to make them your own. If there is an ingredient that you're allergic to, that you don't like, feel free to play around with the recipe, the amounts. Obviously, sometimes you're cooking for more people than other times. Maybe you're feeding a large family versus maybe you're a single person, you're just feeding yourself. So play around with the recipe. It's not set in stone. And tell us what you think. Leave us a comment on our blog. The other thing that I want to tell you about these recipes is that we're going to try to give you 3 variations of the recipe. The first variation is very basic, very simple. The next one is a little bit more complex, maybe more ingredients, and then we're going to give you recommendations. If you're an old pro, you love the preparation process, you have the time, we'll give you options to make your recipe a little bit more involved. And lastly, if you really want to see and feel the benefits of the meals that we're going to share with you over the next year, make sure that you keep them vegan. So feel free to play around with the ingredients, but just make sure that you leave out any animal products and just keep it plant-based. Okay? So having said all that, let's get right to it. We're going to make some quinoa and we're going to make a yummy salad. Okay, so here is the list of ingredients that you need for this recipe. And what I love about this is that all I had to do was take one trip to Trader Joe's and I was able to find everything that I needed. So if there's not a Trader Joe's close to you, I'm sure there are places where you can find all of the following ingredients. They're not that hard to find. So let's get started. For the quinoa recipe, you need white quinoa. You can also use the brown quinoa if you'd like to. I got myself a 1 pound bag. You're going to need some vegetable broth. If you're a beginner, you don't have to use vegetable broth. You can just use water, no problem. You're going to need some frozen veggies. So we do a couple of different things. We use like a mixture of veggies, and then sometimes we might just use like peas and corn. I like the fact that Trader Joe's carries organic, so we like to use the organic. Now, for those of you who really need something with a meaty texture, I recommend that you use white mushrooms. You can use any kind of mushroom. The store just happened to have white mushrooms in a bag ready to be used. Okay, and you're going to need some salt. So get yourself some sea salt. It's worth the investment. So let's get started with that. For the salad, you're going to need 1 bag of baby spinach, some dried cranberries, 2 pears, and the recipe says Boss pear, and these are red Bartlett's. Whatever kind of pear you can find is great according to your taste. Some purple onion and some chopped walnuts or hazelnuts. And for the dressing, it's really simple. All you're going to need is some flaxseed oil. Okay? All right. For the quinoa, I am going to make 1 cup of quinoa, and this is enough for a meal for 4 people. Quinoa is a very little grain, but it fluffs up, and 1 cup really makes like 4 cups once it's cooked. And when you cook quinoa, you're gonna need 1 part quinoa and 3 parts liquid to cook with. So if you're gonna use the water, 3 cups of water, and if you're gonna use vegetable broth, then you need 3 cups. Now, if you are a pro and you want to make this fancy, you can prepare your own broth the day before and save it for the next day to use with your quinoa. So beginners, use water, and next level up, use the vegetable broth. All you pros who love making your own broth, cook your veggies and use the broth for your quinoa. I am going to use the organic foursome veggies. Just going to open up, and I'm just going to toss the vegetables in there. And I'm also going to toss all of the mushrooms in there. All right, and all I'm going to do is give it a little stir and set the flame at about a medium. Cover it up, and this will be done in about 15 minutes. All right, so while the quinoa is cooking, we're going to make our salad. And I'm just going to take some baby spinach, pour it into the bowl. I love these convenient bags. Next, put on your onion. Now, my husband and I, we love onion, but our children not so much. So, normally what I would do is I would make the salad without the onion and then just put it on mine and my husband's salads. And I've chopped the pear. I'll put it in. And chopped walnuts. Then go the cranberries. As you can see, this is super simple, super quick recipe to make. So I'm going to toss all this. Then I am going to use flaxseed oil as a dressing. Flaxseed oil has some incredible benefits. It's great for brain food. It's a good fat, so that your body's need for fat is being fulfilled without the cholesterol, without the bad cholesterol, that is. Alrighty, and that is pretty much done. If you'd like, you can add some, a little bit of salt to it. I'm using sea salt crystals from Trader Joe's. Grind it up. Just toss a little bit of it in there. Give it one more toss, and this is ready to be eaten. So I've got a plate here that I've prepared with a little bit of pear. And that is that. So I'm going to wait for my quinoa to be done, and then we'll have a taste test. Okay, before I serve the quinoa, I wanted to show you what it looks like when it's done in the pan. Basically, you want to make sure that the water has all evaporated out of the pan. And once it's all evaporated, you can just shut it off and serve. Alrighty, we're ready to do a taste test. Here are my professional tasters, Arya and Daniel. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so how about you guys give the salad a try first? Let's see what you think of it.
It's delicious.
Okay. Daniel, what do you think? You like it?
It's great.
It's great. Good. You didn't get any of the onions in there?
Thumbs up.
Double thumbs up. Double thumbs up.
I just give
Okay.
it a double thumbs up.
Okay.
And even 2 foot.
How about the quinoa? Careful because it's hot, okay? Give it a go. What do you think?
Awesome.
It's good? Does it need salt?
Yep.
It needs salt, so
Just a titch more salt.
just a little bit more salt. Okay, so
That's a thumbs up.
for all of our friends, depending on what you really like, you can add more salt after the quinoa has been cooked to taste. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.